Nation, and welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander Chiefscape, and welcome to the episode of Way of the Underhive. This series is the ultimate guide to Games Workshop's gritty and immersive skirmish game, Necromunda. So whether you're brand new to the dark depths of Hive Primus or a veteran looking to sharpen your skills, this series is your go-to resource for mastering all aspects of the game. From gang warfare to campaign strategies, we've got you covered. And on today's video, we'll talk about displaying a House Aranthus Outcast gang in your games of Necromunda. And because this video is a little bit more of a deeper dive, I will put timestamps in the description box down below so that we can click and navigate to the part of the video that interests you the most. So first of all, why play House Aranthus? My answer to that question is, why not? You're actually playing one of the deadliest Dramatis Personae characters available in the campaign setting of Necromunda, so you could actually have a really powerful leader to help really dominate on the tabletop. At the same time, it's very narratively cool, especially if you decide to play in the Aranthus Succession, or if you decide to spice up your games out that takes place after the Aranthus Succession. At the same time, the way I kind of built this list is lots of flexibility and customization, so that way you can take this gang list any direction that you want to, especially as your campaign develops. So that being said, let's talk about playing House Aranthus in the Underhive of Necromunda. So the core inspiration for this gang is actually from the Adeptus Arbites Extraction Squad from Kill Team. The way that they look with their medieval looking armor, the visors that they have, as well as the pauldrons on their armor, the fact that their armor looks like it's actually full plate armor, just has this really medieval look with a grimdark aesthetic. And I was thinking that these miniatures from the Adeptus Arbites Extraction Squad would pair really well with the Aranthus, Lord Aranthus, Azasim Aranthus, because the way that his armor is very gothic and grimdark and also kind of medieval looking, and it kind of matches that same kind of vibe. So I thought that'd be like a really cool look to create a gang based off of that style. I think that the armor and the way that these Extraction Squad Kill Team members look is perfect for a Fallen Lord, like the personal retinue of a Fallen Lord, or better yet, of like a Rebel Lord type of gang as well. So that if you want to make like a Rebel gang that's also a Rebel Lord gang that's also an Outcast gang, this would be perfect for that as well. At the same time, you also have a pretty good combination of shooting as well as close quarters battle with the kit as well, with some really good medium to long range shooting attacks, as well as close combat, as well as short range shooting that's available in the miniature kits as well. Now, when it comes to the overall narrative of this gang, you could actually have this gang being set during, before, or after the Aranthus Succession. It actually works out in any kind of phase that you want to do it. These guys in the before section of the Aranthus Succession could be just guys who are trying to bring back Lord Aranthus, or it could be remnants of Lord House Aranthus back when it still was around. Of course, these guys could also still be around during the actual Aranthus Succession itself, or they're also paired up with the leader after his defeat as well. Think of these guys as like a personal cohort of followers. They may not be the best followers in all of Necromunda, but they're extremely loyal to their lord, and they're trying to regain what was lost when House Aranthus fell both times. Now, as for the playstyle for this gang, it's actually a pretty good balance of shooting as well as CQB, and there's also a little bit of psychic powers involved as well, because Azasim Aranthus, who will be the leader of this gang, is a psyker, which is quite nice. Now, to be perfectly honest with you guys, most of the killing will actually probably be done by Azasim Aranthus, because he is so kitted out for close combat. He's very killy in the way that his stats and characteristics are actually really paired up with him, so he'll probably do most of the damage for your gang. Think of the rest of your gang as kind of like guys who pin people or kind of keep them away from actually engaging Azasim Aranthus. Think of them as kind of like guys who flesh out the targets, so that way Lord Aranthus can run in and just kind of kill them off as well. At the same time, we're also giving this list a Fallen Houses alliance with Lady Credo, just because it is an Outcast gang, and it makes sense that you want to make it a Fallen Houses Outcast gang because of the way that the narrative overall fits. And we're going to pair that up with Lady Credo as well. You get lots of leadership cool as well as willpower buffs provided by both Azasim Aranthus as well as Lady Credo, so you'll have a lot of that to kind of help mitigate a lot of the horrible mental stats that an Outcast gang traditionally have. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the gang. This is House Aranthus. This will be a Fallen Houses Outcast gang rated at 1,500 credits. And the reason why I did 1,500 credits is because in Book 4 of the Aranthus Succession, the Hive Primus, that's kind of like the number of credits you can actually spend on a gang as well. And the affiliation, of course, will be a criminal organization, being a Fallen Houses delegation. Sorry, not delegation, Fallen Houses alliance. So because of that, when you actually make this gang, you can take a Rebel Lord as one of your alliance members from being a member of this organization. Alright, so let's talk about your leader. Obviously, your leader is going to be Azasim Aranthus, the man himself. He's going to cost you 200 credits. He's going to be your Dramatis Personae leader as well. We're going to make this character a weird archetype. I was kind of tried between doing a mastermind or a weird archetype, but because this guy is a psyker and you want to be able to get more psychic abilities for him, I decided to go with the weird archetype for this character. Now, he's equipped with the bifurcated blade, as well as his Ranthian Beautying Plating, as well as Archaic Displacer, as well as Caryatid Servitor. We talked about these in great length when we actually talked about this character's review when I went over his characteristics and stats from Necromunda hired guns. Lead us to say this guy's just kitted out to kill opponents in close combat. That Ranthian Beauty Plating also gives him a field armor save, which is quite nice. Plus his Archaic Displacer can help him kind of teleport around the battlefield as well. Now for his weird powers, he's going to have Assail, Divine Scorch, as well as Flame Blast, and because we're making him a weird archetype, he gets a free skill, so we're giving him Unbreakable Will. That way he can transfer his excellent cool and willpower characteristic to other fighters in his gang to kind of help out with their mental characteristics as well. He also comes to the Combat Master, which means he always grants and never suffers from interference, but always grants assistance. He has Crushing Blow, of course, which makes one of his attacks more powerful. Unstoppable, which makes it a little more survivable as well. He's also got the Mental Bolstering Special Rule, which means that your gang, if they have to bottle out, if he passes his cool test, no one else has to worry about bottling out as well as Master of the Immaterium, which basically makes him an unsanctioned psyker. So this guy is a complete package in close combat. He's also got some good psychic abilities as well. A lot of leadership buffs with your gang. Up next is Azazel, which is his Caryatid Servitor, which he automatically gets that goes with him. It's an exotic beast. It's got Flow of Flight, as well as Omen Misfortunes. That way he causes ammo checks if anyone tries to shoot against him. Dire Premonition, which kind of preaks him out, and Unnatural Corpses, which kind of protects him a little bit from attacks from other exotic beasts. And we also, of course, have the Aranthian Attune Special Rule, which means that whenever Azasim Aranthus is teleporting around the battlefield, the Caryatid actually follows along with him at the same time. So let's go out and talk about your champions real quick. You have two Outcast champions in this gang. The first one is Varion Silver Scar. He's Outcast champion number 1. It's going to cost you 200 city credits. He's going to be a brawler archetype equipped with mesh armor as well as an armored undersuit, giving a 4-up armor save. He's also going to be equipped with a heavy stubber for some good long range shooting as well as some rapid fire abilities as well. He's packing a stub gun for backup weapon, photo goggles so that way you can see in all visibility conditions, and we're giving this character the bicep skill so that way you don't have to spend money on a dispenser, so that way you can fire this heavy stubber as a basic action. And you basically have a heavy stubber that's also included in the starting box set from the Adeptus Abides Extraction Squad. After that, we have Kale Mordain, who's going to be Outcast champion number 2. It's going to cost you 205 credits. This guy's going to be a mastermind archetype with mesh armor, armor undersuit, giving a 4-up armor save. He's got a grenade launcher with frag and crack grenades, as well as a stun gun for a backup weapon. We're giving him photo goggles to see in all visibility conditions, as well as the Overwatch skill from the cutting skill tree, so that way you can interrupt enemy activations with the grenade launcher, and hopefully just negate any of your enemies' activations every single time you use this. So let's talk about your Hive Scum real quick. First off is Raise Klein, which is Outcast Hive Scum number 1. It's going to cost you 85 credits. This character's got mesh armor for a 5 armor save, as well as a last gun with a telescopic sight. That way, if you decide to aim at your last gun, you get +1 modifier from the short range modifier added to your long range shots as well, giving you a +2 in order to strike with this last gun. This guy's more of like your long distance shooter, and he should also be paired up with one of your champions for that long range shooting. The other one is Caldra's Ven. He's going to be at Outcast Hive Scum number 2. It's going to cost you 85 credits. This character's got mesh armor as well as auto and telescopic sight. So he's pretty much fulfilling the exact same role as Raise Klein, except he also has rapid fire in his weapon as well. Pair him up with one of your champions. That way the 2 fire teams consisting of your champions as well as one of these 2 Hive Scum can do longer range shooting and also suppress your opponent. For mid-range combat, we have the Black Halo as well as Seer Khorne. The Black Halo is Outcast Hive Scum number 3. It's going to cost you 80 credits. He has mesh armor for 5 armor save as well as a shock with solid scatter ammo, which is a great CQB weapon. Excellent for medium to short range shooting, really powerful as well. And at the same time, we're giving him a stub gun so that way in case he gets engaged in close combat, he can fight with that or use it as a backup shooting weapon. Seer Khorne is also another Outcast Hive Scum number 4. This guy's going to cost you 75 credits. Once again, armored with mesh armor for that 5 armor save, and a shotgun with solid scatter ammo. No stun gun for this guy just because you ran out of the credits in order to equip him with that, but you could easily get one as your campaign develops. And lastly, your last two Outcast Hive scum are Slingblade Sero as well as Latchblade Nyx. Both these characters are going to be Outcast Hive scums number 5 and 6. Both are costing 95 credits apiece, and they're both equipped exactly the same. Both have mesh armor for 5 up armor save. Both have stub guns, so that way they have a short range shooting attack. Both have mauls as well, so that way they have a club to use in close combat. But the main reason why we're taking these guys is for their blasting charges. Blasting charges are no joke, striking at a 5-inch blast template, strength 5 with 2 damage, just absolutely destructive for explosives. So we're using these guys to kind of lob these blasting charges at your enemy and using the stun gun and the maul in order to protect themselves. And since we can take brutes when we actually create a gang, we're taking Brackus the Breaker, which is a Jotun H-grade servitor ogre costing 280 credits. Now the reason why we decided to go with this kind of brute, for one, he's pretty much cost effective. Secondly, it gives you some additional firepower as well as some support in close combat. He's got furnace plates for a 6 up armor save or a 5 plus armor save. He gets shot from the front arc. He's got a storm welder because those things are powerful and they're amazing as well, especially the short range shooting. You put a lot of firepower with that thing. A Spudjacker, not only to reduce his cost but also give it a close combo weapon that he could also use as well with knockback, which is not bad. Headbutt's a great skill because he gives you a free attack in close combat. He's also got the loyal skill as well as the slow winded special rule, which basically means they can't be a part of group activations. My idea for you is to actually use Brackus the Breaker as like a point man to kind of lead the assault, so that way you can take people out in close combat, or using a storm welder to take out targets that way. And if you decide to take your campaign out into the Ash West, the vehicle you're going to use is called the Gilded Exile. It's a Guild of Coin hauler that's costs 430 credits. They're piloting a Guild of Coin Chronos Pattern Iron Crawler because those things are extremely resilient, and if you equip them out correctly, they can actually be also very survivable in the battlefield. It comes with a transport cage as well as a transport bed, so you can move your fighters across the battlefield. You do have 5 fire points built into the transport cage that you can open fire with your weapons through those slots, and it's also tracked to deal with difficult terrain and makes it a little bit more survivable out in the Ash Waste as well. Just an absolute unit of a vehicle, and I absolutely love Chronos Pattern Iron Crawlers because of what they can do for your gang. Now, because we are a Fallen Houses Outcast gang, we can make criminal alliances with the Fallen Houses. The benefits, of course, we have the Rebellion as well as the Rebel Lord abilities, which means you can also earn additional credits for taking down law-abiding gangs that are allied with merchant guilds, or we're taking on enforcers. At the same time, we also access the Rebel Lord. We do have, of course, drawbacks for the cause as well as agent oaths, but no alliance is perfect. Now, if you're going to take a Rebel Lord, my suggestion to you is to take Lady Credo, the Rebel Lord. She is the Dramatis Personae Rebel Lord. The reason why is because she has Armor Weave Cloak for 4 up armor save. She's got a Mastercrafted Power Saber, Mastercrafted Last Pistol, and a Refractor Field, which makes her very survivable and also really good in close combat. She also has Dodge, Iron Will, Parry, as well as her skills, but the real reason why we're taking this character is because it aired the Outland special rule, which allows her to transfer her cool characteristic as well as a leadership characteristic to other fighters who are also outcasts as well, which makes it a little bit more resilient when it comes to their mental issues or mental challenges taking place on the battlefield. It kind of cures a lot of those mental stout issues that an outcast gang has. She also comes with Sinistrous as well as Dexterous, which are 2 servo skulls, which basically gives her a 360-degree viewpoint. Now, over the course of your campaign, you do want to develop this gang. In my opinion, you probably want to get them better armor by giving them better armored undersuits for all your fighters as well. Weapon attachments are actually really good to have on weapons. It's actually one thing we don't really talk about enough in Necromunda, in my opinion, are weapon attachments. Things like scopes, gun shrouds, hot shot last packs, specialty ammo, these kind of things to really make your gang really stand out and make it extremely powerful. So get some specialty ammo like Inferno rounds for your shotguns and warp and static rounds for your auto guns, for example. Hot shot last packs, those kind of things as well. At the same time, also get some visibility attached with things like infrasights as well as photo goggles or photolumens if you can't afford them. They can really help you out and kind of help you with all visibility conditions that you're running into. Probably the biggest thing you'll probably spend a lot of money on are things credits on are upgrades for your Iron Crawler, things like redundant drive systems, engine shells, ablative armor, crash cages, things that make your vehicle even more resilient. Also add some firepower there like heavy stubbers and grenade launchers. That would also be a really good investment for your gang as well. And of course, as your campaign develops, get whatever hanger-ons you'll be needed for a better buzz for the gang, because hanger-ons are kind of like the X factor that helps a lot of gangs survive in the campaigns. So there you guys go. This is my thoughts of a House Aranthus Outcast gang, and because of that, take Lord Aranthus, take your stub guns as well as your shotguns, and forge a path for the rightful Lord of Necromunda. And if you guys end up using this list at all in any one of your games or in your campaigns, please let me know how it worked out for you. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this and to see exactly how well it operated for you on the tabletop. I don't really get a chance to test out my own builds sometimes, so because I'd love to hear exactly if it ends up working for you or if it ends up being horrible. And of course, if you guys have any other suggestions for some other videos you'd like to see being made into a gang roster, please put them in the comments box down below. If I like the idea, I'll make a video about it, and thank you for giving me the idea for it. So that's good for those of you guys. Please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Your guys' input is valuable to us as always. I am Commander Chiefskate. I will catch you guys next video. Peace out and stay classy.